Hello and happy Friday. It's Angus here at the Bureau with a weather update where we're going to focus on one specific weather event, which is rain developing in the northwest of the country this weekend and then next week spreading to many other parts of Australia. So let's dive right in with a focus on the northern part of WA for the weekend. Now Friday it's dry, Saturday morning we start to get those hints of rainfall coming in through central and northern areas, but really it's Saturday afternoon and evening where we'll see the wet weather get more extensive and we start to see these darker blue shadings coming in, showing areas of heavier rain as well. This is all being fueled by an influx of tropical moisture coming down from the north. We get a bit of support from the upper atmosphere and it brings us these widespread rainfall totals, which at this time of year are very unusual. Let's just have a little look at how much rain we might see across the course of the weekend for northern parts of Western Australia, as well as some western parts of the Territory. The orange shadings here showing places that might see about 20 millimetres or more, but once we're into these red colours, we could see some of those spots see 50 to 70 millimetres over the course of the weekend. And if we do see those numbers come through, we're likely to be talking about wet weather records, because getting rain in this part of the country at this time of year is very unusual indeed. Now across these quite remote areas in the northwest of the country, the main impacts that come in with heavy rainfall are to do with travel and transportation. Water over roads can make these roads impassable, and because of the sparse network of roads out here, that can add big detours to travel times. Do keep an eye out over the course of the weekend for flood watches as well. This will show us which rivers may see river level rises and where we may start to see some flooding across the country's northwest, either this weekend or potentially into next week. Speaking of next week, let's see how this starts to evolve through the first couple of days of next week. And we will start to see the wet weather, the cloud, the rain all start to shift away from the northwest as it gets dragged into central parts of the country on Monday. So we'll see some of that wet weather into the Northern Territory and South Australia as well. In some places the rainfall intensities will drop, but we will continue to see heavy falls around the border here between the Territory and Western Australia. Then on Tuesday we continue to see the movement towards the southeast as wet weather moves through Adelaide and then gets tied up and caught in with this cold front, which is also forecast to move across the country next week, and those two systems will combine to bring some rain down to the likes of Victoria and Tasmania. Generally speaking, we still expect to see the heaviest falls across the northwest of the country, particularly around this border area here. For southern and central places, the rainfall totals might be a little bit less, perhaps 10 to 25 millimetres for a lot of areas, but that's still a decent drop of rain for these central places which are typically quite dry. We've only pushed this map out until the end of the day on Tuesday, but just a quick heads up for Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. There is going to be rain spreading across eastern places, particularly New South Wales. It's still several days away, so there's a bit of uncertainty as to how much wet weather may occur there, but do keep a heads up on your long range forecast. If you are in New South Wales, the second half of next week could be a wet one. Primarily, we are mostly looking at rainfall, but there'll be some strong winds at times as well, particularly around central parts of the country. Look for the areas with the yellows and the dark greens, showing where wind gusts could be 40, 50, 60, or in some cases even 70 kilometres an hour, particularly Sunday, Monday and Tuesday. So this is early days for this weather system developing this weekend and going for the next 7 days or so. So do keep up to date with the latest and your local forecast at the Bureau website and app, and we'll keep the updates rolling on social media too.